Hey buddy, this is John with Construct 2 Academy, and today we're going to be completing our platformer tutorial. So today we're going to be going over collectibles, levels, and then opening up special locked doors, some anti-gravity stuff, some collectible materials. And remember, in this little tutorial, this was originally called the grotto. Little grotto game. We had this little guy collecting items. I'm merging that into another platformer tutorial since they basically do the same thing, except this will also this will cover PC and mobile and flash platforms, so it's going to be cross-platform. Well, in this little tutorial, you collect materials, and then using a energy converter, you convert them into items that you need to basically fix your ship that was crashed. So you're gonna have to battle some bad guys, collect some materials, create parts, fix your ship, and then you can, fly on home. So I'm going to play the beginning of this, so you guys can see what we're going to be dealing with. So we have basically a fade in and fade out little image. So this can basically be like your studio logo or what engine you made, since this is Constructed 2. Now we have the menu. So we have grotto. We have a multi-layered basically background that is a kind of like a space background. We have an exit, and then we have a play. We have a little storyline, a little particle effect with a little ship. It says, I've been hit with an EMP, my ship's going down. To you, Roger. I've been hit with an EMP, my ship is going down, Roger. So he's trying to contact somebody. He crashes right here in front of a scene, and then you can control him using this, and then you can jump, and then you can shoot. I'm going to use the WAS controls, which aren't implemented in for this one. So he just collected some ammo. This little yellow bouncing little container is health, and then this one over here, that is material. So that's what he's going to be using to fix his ship. So it's basically raw material that's just been hanging around. And then we have a bad guy, and he's shooting at you, and then you have to collect some more health, and then you can shoot him. Then you can shoot at him, and then boom, he's dead. We can collect some health. Collect some more materials. Go to a transition, and then we got this anti-gravity little effect. You can defy gravity. Collect some more health. Some more stuff. And then this is a key that will allow you to open up certain locked doors. And then boom, the door's there, so you'll just move on to the next level. So the next level is actually going to deal with a little bit harder enemies. We're actually gonna have like soldiers that are gonna be moving back and forth, and I'm actually gonna be replacing this character with another one that will fit into the scene. So let's go to the actual coding. Basically on layout 1, so it's a transition, it's this on start of layout. And we'll go here. So this is layout 1. On start of layout, wait 18 seconds and then move to layout 2. That was a bit long, so we can actually just move it down to 10 seconds. And then we transition to layout 2, where we have this multi-layered scene. Where we're going to have a wrap effect and then a bullet effect. So it's just constantly moving and then constantly just wrapping around. So it has a move like an orbiting effect. And then is touching play button. We're going to go to layout 3. And on layout 3, it's just basically this like space scene. So on the start of layout, said text opacity to 0. On the system, wait 4 seconds. On tech, and then after 4 seconds, we're gonna hit it to 100 so you can see it. And on the touch of you tapping the screen, we're going to implement the hey, I've been hit with an EMP. Set text to D Roger, wait 4 seconds, and then go to layout. So it's kind of like you're just tapping a play button. Again, you could always have like a little touch button that is right over here or somewhere on the screen, and then you could actually have all the text on a sprite, and then every time you touch it loads the next frame of animation. That's a little bit more controlled way of doing stuff. We're going to now move on to layout 4, and it's player UI controls is touching right button, move right, not mirrored, set animation to walk, is touching the left button, simulate, pressing left, set mirrored, set animation to walk, is touching the jump button, place simulate the jump effect, and then the jump animation. And on any touch that ends, we're going to set the animation to idle. Is touching the A button, we're going to shoot. We're going to set the animation to shoot. And on collision with sprite 5, go to layout 5, and on we don't need that one. So it's basically on collision with sprite 5, go to layout 5. So we're going to exit off that, and we're going to go to sprite layout 5. This is where it gets a little bit more complicated, but it's basically the same stuff. So basically, you could copy literally all your player controls. This is the reason why it's really good to label everything. Sometimes you can just copy and paste the same code layer to layer to layer because it just stays the same. So on layout 5, we have our UI. Little information button that's supposed to tell us what to do in that layer. It doesn't work yet. We have our UI touch controls. We have our character, our items, our enemy. So on the player touch controls, it's pretty much all the same. And then on the pickups, it's player on collision with sprite 9. So sprite 9 is actually going to be a little guy with a helmet, and that's going to be our health. So so when he collides with it and we have less than 100 health, the system's going to add 5 to the health, and it's going to set our text. So right next to our health icon, we have a sprite box right here. And so it's going to say, hey, that's text box 2. We're going to set all the information that's being sent to the system variable health. We're going to send all that information to text 2. So it's going to display it. So we have say 60 health, and now we're going to 65. We're going to display that constantly. And then we're going to destroy the sprite so we don't have like an instant health icon or item. And then same thing with the ammo, is overlapping sprite 20. We're going to basically do the same thing over there. And then instead of saying health, it's going to be ammo. So it's going to be ammo, done. So ammo equals 100 is equal or lesser than to 100. Then we're going to add some stuff. If it's less than 100, then we're going to add some 20 ammo to it. On collision with sprite 18, remember sprite 18 is the material that we're going to add so we can actually build the parts that we need. And then on enemy setup, on collision with our enemy dude, we're going to subtract 10 health. Remember, colliding with them is bad. And then we're going to set that to the health. And then on inventory is touching the I button. We're going to basically, so I is going to be for our inventory. It's also going to be for our information, so it's going to put up a HUD. It's going to basically tell us some information and layout. About what we have. So boom, there we go. So this is literally going to tell us how much we have of that, and then what stuff we're going to have to build over here. So say we're going to need a new engine, maybe a new rocket, maybe a new hull for a ship. Well, it's going to tell us, you know, what we're going to need. So we're going to have like so much material, and then so much material equals that product. So enemy hurt by bullets on the enemy sprite 14 is hit by a little green bullet. So it's right over here. It's really hard to see. So the bullet hits the enemy. The sprite effect is called a cross hatch. So it's going to be a little TV effect. It's going to wait 2 seconds, and then it's going to destroy the sprite, and it's going to destroy the sprite boxes that tell the enemy to walk backwards and back and forth. Enemy AI, so the little boxes have a line of sight to the player. So it's going to be able to see it, and once he sees him, it's going to check every 1 second, and every 1 second, if he sees him, he's going to shoot. That's if he's going backwards or forwards. On the start of the layout, we're going to pin those two, basically the character's eyes. These little, I'm going to literally just call them sensor boxes to the character so that he can see it. I mean, there was a way of actually doing this using a turret, but he would constantly rotate. And that's not something you want to do unless you want to do a top-down shooter. And if we're doing a top-down shooter version of this game, you'd use a turret. If you're going to do a platformer, I was just using sensor boxes, but this is the more simplified way. There are other ways of doing it if you want to do like an entire list of code lines. On start of layout, we're going to accelerate toward a specific area. In this case, he's going to accelerate in between two blocks and he doesn't move. Our other enemies that we're going to be doing, those will have longer lines of AI code, are actually going to be able to move pretty much throughout that level, just like the player is. So we're going to have something a little bit more advanced to this. On collision with green, so this is going to be a particle. This is part of a particle effect code, so you don't actually need this. On collision with the fireball sprite, our character is going to lose 10 health, and we're going to set that in the text. On created, it's going to wait 2 seconds and then get destroyed. So it's not going to be like an endless fireball. It's going to just be like you got 2 seconds and then it gets destroyed. And then these aren't part of particle effects. These are to tell the character, hey, you hit something, you need to go the other way. And then on hitting the gray box over here at the end of the level, we go to the next level. So it's pretty much what goes on, except in the next layer I've added collision with the particle effect that creates an anti-gravity. So in starter layout, our particle is set to the rate of 1. So it's just puffing away. You know, it's 1, 1, 1. Then every 0.1, then when our character collides with it, it's going to set it to 10 particles per second instead of 1 particle per second. And then on every, basically, let's see, 1/100th of a second, or no, 1/10th of a second, it's going to literally say, okay, character, you are, you are set to normal gravity, but when he's overlapping the particle, his gravity is set to 10. So it's literally diminished by a lot. So he's going to be able to jump. And then the door is locked. So the only way that he can unlock it is by collecting the key. And then he has to touch the door, and then the door is unlocked. But without the key, he can't unlock the door. Alright guys, so in the next tutorial, we're going to basically deal with enemies. So we're going to have a couple more enemies. Some are going to be, again, not that smart, and others are going to be actually like really, really annoyingly smart. We're also going to deal with our inventory system that will allow us to basically convert items into raw materials into items that we're going to need to repair a ship. And then that's pretty much what's going to be like the end of it. I mean, we have the environment, we have the enemies, we have items that we need to collect, and then we have a purpose. Our ship needs to be fixed. So hopefully guys, you'll enjoy the I think only 2 other videos maybe of this little series. They're also going to be up on my YouTube channel, but they're also going to be up on Ciara's YouTube channel, so I can finish those videos. And the end one is going to actually be me posting these or teaching you guys how to put up through Android, also onto the Windows Store, Flash, and maybe if you guys want, I can do some game controller stuff so you guys can see how to put it onto multiple platforms as like a demo project. So I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Remember, thumbs up if you liked it, comment down below if you would like to for me to add something else to this little series, because it's pretty much I have everything that I need to put into it pretty much done. I just need to make the videos, but if you want me to add something else into it, I can do that. It's been actually pretty fun building these little demo. Also, the download will be down below, and if you follow the Sierra YouTube channel, they actually have a they're going to put up like an official download. So somewhere in their description there should be a link to where you can download it. So at least that's what they've told me. So again, thumbs up guys, thanks for all the love and support. You've been freaking awesome, and I'll see you guys in the next video.